It's 10 to 8. This is Good Morning Britain. A very happy new year to you. Now, some people think that our next guests look like Boy George's sisters. Others have said they're a cross between Danny LaRue and Rapunzel. But here on Good Morning Britain, we reckon that 1985 will be their year. So a very warm welcome to Strawberry Switchblade.
Hello.
Good morning,
Hello.
Rose and Jill.
Hi.
I'm going to have to ask the inevitable question. Why did you decide on this name? And who is going to answer?
Well, we didn't. We actually got the name from a member, a friend of ours who was in another band, and he thought up the name but wasn't ever going to do anything with it. So really, the name inspired us to form a band.
Really? So it started with a name, then
yeah.
decided to make it into a band.
Yeah.
Because actually, I mean, you weren't musically inclined particularly, were you, in the first place?
No, we weren't. I mean, we couldn't play anything. I mean, I used to be in another band and sort of messed about with drums and things like that. But I mean, I always wanted to sing. I mean, that's what I always wanted to do.
Yeah. I'm intrigued, Jill, by the things you've got on your fingers and wrists and whatever. Can we have a good look at those?
Let's see,
Because it's now caught up in your dress,
yeah.
which is a bit of a blow.
That was good.
Right. just tell them out. That's it. Black things.
Black things.
Strawberry Switchblade.
Thank you.
Yeah, it sounds like a gay mugger.
That's charming.
You better
Sorry
watch
about that.
yourself.
Are you being rude?
No, I'm not.
You know what Glaswegians are like?
Oh, no, don't I murder that. Play drafts of manhole cover. There was actually a friend of mine. There was a crowd chasing him at the Celtic and Rangers match. He just took out a razor blade and cut up a side street.
Oh, no. Anyway, just excuse me for a moment. Can I just look at the girls for a moment?
They're gorgeous, aren't they?
I must say, your outfit's certainly noticeable. I mean, would you normally sort of walk around like this? Have you just come straight from a party, or...?
No.
I
Out
was
of
just
bed.
out of bed.
Yeah.
Well, it looks terrific, actually. Very nice. We'll have a chat in a moment, anyway, and hear about your new single and whatever. All right, now, we've got a few birthdays to mention.
Yes, I think so. Should we pass them down the line?
Oh, right.
We've had to pick them out of the egg cup already because there's no room for the egg cup with so many people on set.
Oh, I see. There you are. If you could
Frank, tell
wish
you what,
happy birthday
pick
to
off the
whoever you got
first
there.
birthday.
Well, 1st January 1985. That's to my darling Martin Diebel. Very happy birthday with lots of loves and kisses. Mummy Doreen and Sister Faye, 8 3rd Avenue, Dagenham, Essex. Hope you don't live beside the pipe band, you'll never get to sleep.
Yes, that's true, but very happy birthday, Mark.
Yeah, very happy birthday, Martin. Yes, that's marvellous. 4-year-old day, getting on a bit.
Rose.
Well, this one's for Julian Nicholas, 14, today. And it's from his mum, or her mum, James and Susie the cat.
And Simon. We haven't mentioned Simon there.
Oh, yeah, of course, Simon.
From Kingsdown Deal in Kent. Happy birthday then to you, Julian. Jill.
Yeah, well, this says, please wish our son Matthew a very happy 5th birthday. And that's lots of love from Mummy, Daddy, Alexander and Nana. And that's from Essex, Horn Church in Essex.
Thank you very much. Happy birthday to all, and a Happy New Year, as I said just now.
Exactly, and now it's time for Pop on Tuesday. And today being the first day of 1985, we're beginning with Strawberry Switchblade, who are with us on Good Morning Britain for the start of a successful new year for them, I'm sure. So it's Strawberry Switchblade since yesterday. It's closely followed by Tears for Fears and Shout. And we'll end on the #1 record of 1984, of course, which is Band-Aids, Do They Know It's Christmas?
It plays a part of it, or...
Dreadful. They are not, do these girls?
Late.
See these 2 lovely little Scottish girls, of course. I'm good because I'm in the panto up there, Mother Goose sitting to get here. Also, now I think the girls have gone to an awful lot of trouble to make a mess of themselves again.
Well, we thought we'd do our utmost to outstage you.
Yeah, that's
and I
what we
think we'll
thought.
succeeded.
Go on,
Let me see you have.
battle them with your Spanish.
No, I just say, well, my Spanish.
now you look a
not
mess
the
in
muy bien.
Spanish.
No, I wouldn't say it. I'd say La Casa de Creación Esta Calle, which I think is a nice statement for the girls.
Yes, what does it
We'll
mean?
never know.
The post office is up the street. not much good.
Very
Not much good when I order a meal, but we want to send a parcel. It's very good. I think the girls look beautiful this morning, and I'll tell you what, you've gone to an awful lot of trouble, and I can only see you being a success in 1985. Frank Carson, TVAM in London.
Yes,
and let me just say to Gordon Honeycomb, reading the news there, why should you say hello to those two and not hello to me? See if I care.
Oh, I'm sure we could arrange for him to come in and say a special hello to you,
That's
Frank.
all right, though.
Can I just say that when I
have
said
feelings.
punk, it was not meant to be an insult.
Oh,
no,
No,
we didn't say that.
But I'm intrigued. Why did you become punks and why did you stop being punks? It's a good word.
We
I like
didn't
saying the word
actually
punk.
decide to stop being a punk. We just actually sort of grew out of it. I mean, most punks who are punks now weren't punks when we were punks, and most of the punks who were punks when we were punks.
What part of Ireland? What part of Ireland does he go?
I mean, most people don't understand that this time in the morning, but I mean,
it's too early, but...
it's too
Yes.
Well, as...
a lot of
It's a lovely way to
we
stop
became punks because it was...
Excuse me, Frank.
Well, it
I'm
was the
trying to
most
listen to
exciting
these
thing
lovely
that was
girls.
happening at the time.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of
It was
people
really
that
revolutionary.
there wasn't that many people in Glasgow who were into punk, and a lot of them have gone on to be in groups themselves. And
What
carry
are
on
you
to
now,
do
then,
I don't...
besides being ex-punks?
We Glasgow lassies.
We
They
Glasgow
are
lads.
beautiful. They're two very attractive girls. I mean,
Probably just like to dress up. I mean, most people
Do you?
like to dress up when they're young.
Is all that yours?
My mum made me
all
wear
mine.
this morning.
there's
No,
nothing
we
pretty.
did, I mean, a lot of people grow out of dressing up, but we just haven't grown out of dressing
What do you
up.
think of the sort of the music in the charts at the moment?
Some of it's good, some
Yeah,
of it
some of
isn't.
it isn't.
So I mean things like
Wham.
Wham, those sort of bands or
What about
groups
Boy
or
George?
duos.
What do you think
Oh,
of
we
that?
like Boy George.
Yeah, it's
Are the Beatles still going now?
The Beatles, not as much
Not
as
as
they
the
were, to be
Beatles,
fair.
no.
I know. I think he's a marvellous for that in Courtney.
What about Boy George? Do you like Boy George?
Oh, Boy George is marvellous. I did a
You've
great
worked
time
with
with Boy
him,
George.
haven't you?
Yes, of course, I know him quite well. And, what's it, Marilyn?
Yeah.
We've got a picture in the house of me and Marilyn. The wife doesn't like what I do.
Thank you, Frank. Look, I think we should leave the contentious
Yes.
subject of pop music for that,
Yes,
don't you?
yes,
It's
indeed.
becoming
We
controversial.
will
It's
chat
really
again
upmarket
in
stuff.
a moment. Let me just tell you that it's approaching 8:15, and this is Good Morning Britain. Now, if you had a turkey this Christmas, the chances are it was a frozen one. Some people, though, actually bought live birds back in the spring. They kept them in the garden until they got nice and fat. But when the crunch came, things didn't always go as planned. Our reporter, Paul Rising, has been to see the ones that got away.
Good morning, Giles.
Especially with Giles on.
Not at all. It's lovely.
course.
It's a lovely programme. It's lovely to see Strawberry Parfait here. And Mr.
What a
Carson.
smooth topic.
Those of you who don't understand anything that's going on, don't worry. On page 326 of CFAX, there is... it all
Or even
written.
Oracle.
You know, on Oracle, is there subtitle? It's at the other side, CFAX, is it? I'm so sorry.
We could try
Carry
that.
on, keep it short, John.
All right, good morning, Britain. Then, what you have to do is you stick a donut on the end of a string and you get your best friend.
Yeah.
Cuts the feel down a bit.
All they've got to do, well, should we do it on Frank, maybe?
Yeah,
Yes.
go on.
Yes, yes.
As our guest.
Look,
Frank,
it's ingenuity, Giles. Like, who thinks of these things?
what you've got,
Giles
Mrs. Soames. No, this is
I've
Mrs.
got the
Soames.
idea. What
Explain
you're going
it.
to do, I've got to take a bite out of it while it's moving.
No, you've got to take a bite of it, eat as much as you can without licking your lips. This is the test, Britain. I don't think this has been done on British television before, and it's rather nice to feel.
I tell you what, I think we better get on with it, though,
Yeah.
before it doesn't get done on British television.
Sorry, I thought this was my moment.
Keep going. Go on then,
sorry.
Frank.
Don't lick
This
your
is
lips.
it.
Seems to
This
be
is it.
the sunburning.
Not allowed to lick your lips.
Not allowed to
Are
lick
you
your
allowed
lips.
to help? You're supposed to help me, are you?
Look at this. There's never been
You're
anything...
making it difficult, aren't you?
This is the way to
We'll tell
start
you how
the new
Frank
year.
got on after the break.
He'll still be doing it after the break.
Carson and Rose and Jill from Strawberry Switchblade. And we're going to have a quick chat about hangovers because I'm sure quite a few of you watching at the moment are suffering a bit, feeling a little delicate, which is why we've asked Frank to keep the voice down a bit, haven't we?
Yes,
all
that's
morning?
true. Hangovers are a terrible thing. Of course, you pay for it in the long run if you overindulge. So one of the things is to stop a hangover is don't drink, and the other way to stop a hangover don't stop drinking.
Anyway, you've decided to give up drinking, haven't you?
Yes, for a year.
And it should last till Sunday, you said.
No, well, it will last
It will
1 year.
last the year.
I promised my wife it will last 1 year.
Do you
If
have
not,
any-
she'll take me to court.
do you have any cures for a hangover?
Well, I've always found if I had a hangover, the best way to get rid of a hangover, I know a lot of people find it difficult, is a hair of the dog.
Do you? I can't.
Well,
just
no,
can't face
I
it.
always find out the best way is go out the next morning, Tracy Con, get a half a lager, and away you go. That's
Well,
the end of it.
Right, let's just have let's have a look at some of these things we've got here. Now, the one is the prairie oyster, which you have to take the yolk
Yeah,
of an egg,
I couldn't do
stick
that.
in some Worcester sauce,
So, yeah,
and also some black pepper.
yeah.
Now, as I'm no good at separating the yolk from the white,
Yeah.
I'm sure Jill would...
Jill's marvellous.
Absolutely outstanding.
Jill's marvellous.
Well, I hold this
I'll do it if I can do
Don't
it
get
over
it,
Jill's
don't
knee.
get it over your dress, will you?
I
Get it over Jill's
Do you not trust us?
I haven't got an apron for you or anything like that.
You don't
No,
get
I've
You
never
watch
done
it.
this before, never ever, so...
Go on.
Have you
Oh,
one?
with gloves on as well.
Oh,
You haven't actually explained why
She's
you're wearing
actually done
gloves.
yes, I don't think it will now.
Are we under a bit of pressure here? We need another glass, don't we? We need another glass to make it in.
glass, yeah.
Well, while you're doing that, you
Done
look...
it.
Henry,
I
I'm
think
very
I-
impressed, actually.
So am I.
It's
keep
amazing.
singing
It's
and
like
get
I
the
stand
running.
in the kitchen.
Don't lose it.
Right,
This is more exciting than your first record.
Can we just, while you're doing that, can we have a quick look in the kitchen where Anne is being sculpted?
Yeah.
How's it going over there, Anne? Made our prairie oyster. Is that enough, Liam? Worcester sauce, sorry. Bit of difficulty with the trade name there. Hey? I hope you're going to enjoy this, Frank.
TVAM do not pay enough.
Can I
like
also...
the fact, I'd like to thank TVAM overall, the number of shows I've done for them last year. They're making me realise how much charity work I do.
Can I just say we also have natural yoghurt and honey. They're meant to be mixed together, besides things like just having a lot of water before you go to bed. So on. Shall I try some of this? I've never thought of it.
We can not rather wait till after the show. And then
Let's have a go.
I know, it's fine,
Apart
isn't
from
it?
being grotesque, it's absolutely ideal. We'll take a break. New year to you. Our guests today are the ladies from Strawberry Switchblade, Rose and Jill, and also Frank Carson is here, who's thumbing through the
Yes,
almanac.
indeed. I've come, a lot of people fall into this category, especially quite a few in show business, like Les Dawson, Freddie Starr, Camden Ball, and there's there. You see it? Robbie.
Take a look.
Why are you a bore?
Oh dear.
Well, I don't mean that really, but
No, I know you don't.
I don't believe in these predictions. I can make a prediction now, and it'll come true. That there'll be violent floods and earthquakes in South America next year. That the war in Afghanistan will actually hot up instead of cooling down. Iran and Iraq will actually come to peace, believe it or not. And the OPEC will actually bring the price of oil down and down and down until everybody will be on the motorway just doing nothing, only spilling oil.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you.
I must have a quick word with Jill and Rose now. Jill, I'm intrigued that you suffered from agoraphobia.
That's great, yeah.
I mean, what sort of actually happened? I mean, did you just not go out at all? Or what?
Yeah, I mean, it just... Usually you panic when you're out at one stage. It makes you scared to go out again, and you get more frightened of going out.
But what are you frightened of?
Oh, nothing in particular and everything. It's like just going out and being away from like the safety of your own home. It's like, you know,
How did you
take
actually
one on
cure
buses
yourself?
and just have to. I mean, I stayed in. I missed a whole year of school, and I just got so, you know, you miss like going out with your friends, and I just made myself. I mean, I just couldn't stand it any longer. I mean, I just got to the stage where I was just, I'm going to force myself to go out. I'm just going to make myself. And I just went out for short, you know, sort of like maybe down to the shops, or, you know, just went out for
trained yourself back
and you
into it.
Yeah.
I suffered the reverse. I was afraid to go home.
And with that poignant comment from Frank Carson, we'll go over to Winter.
It's very like you to that.
Well done, Raphael.
Well,
You
thanks
pleased with
very
it?
much.
Considering the
Yes,
time?
quite pleased. I'd like another half an hour really to get it into shape, but time isn't with us.
Yeah, it's got a bit of sort of gold on it now to give it that little extra
Yeah,
glitter.
well, it isn't. It's just because the clay is so white. It's difficult
Yes.
to see the forms, and to give it a metallic look, you can see the shapes more clearly.
Well, thank you for doing it anyway.
Pleasure.
Much
It was a
appreciated.
pleasure doing
We'll
it.
keep that in the office, won't we, Anne?
Oh, absolutely. When I'm not there.
No, you want the clay back. Okay,
Well,
Anne.
no, I know you can have it. If anybody wants it, they can have it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Most-
Yes,
Can
all
I
right.
just say who our guests are today, please? It's Jill and Rose from Strawberry Switchblade, and they are going to be the faces and the stars of 85, we predict here on Good Morning Britain. And Frank Carson says definitely.
You're
Frank Carson's
impressible.
Now, Frank, before I forget,
Yeah.
we mentioned hours ago that we are launching this very special book this year, which is going to be signed each day, we hope, by the celebrities who come talk to us on this programme. And at the end of the year, rather than leave it sitting in a library somewhere, we will auction this for charity. And we would like you, Mr. Frank Carson.
This is your life.
This is your wife. Can I
Just
just
sign
say,
it, please.
yes, and while I'm saying, I'd just like to say good morning to
There, please.
to my friend in Balbriggan, County Dublin. Well, I put Frank Carson, it's the way I tell
Joined
him.
up
Yes.
writing and everything.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a plug-in for your panto, presumably, at this stage?
No, I don't need to mention about the Getty in there.
What, the Mother Goose in Air?
Yeah.
No. All right, then we'll leave that one out then. And you're going on a bit of a tour, aren't you, fairly soon?
Yes, I am. I'm going off to...
And Frank says we should start 85 with a joke.
Yes, we should do. Yes, it was two Irishmen building a chimney 600 foot high, and they're putting on the last brick. Flanagan said, "Jeepers, Mick, we've made a blunder. We've laid the plans upside down. This should have been a well.
That's a bit deep for me, but thanks,
Well
Brendan.
done.
May I
John
just say-
Dempsey and Bob Brigg in there. I'll see you. Have a pint on the
We'll
counter.
ask the girls to sign as well if they would, please. Thank you very much for being with us. Good luck for 1985.
grandchildren there.
And indeed to you, Raphael. Thanks a lot. From all of us here, a very happy new year.